everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and today we have a probably around 20-minute yoga flow. This will be a well-rounded practice but hopefully not too intimidating. So we're going to start here in an easy seated position, whatever that may look like for you. We're going to start with some seated warm-up stretching. So start with cat and cow. So as we breathe in, we'll take the hands to the tops of the knees, roll the shoulder blades up and down the back. As we puff up through the chest, looking up, chin to ceiling, breathing in. Breathing out, opposite direction. Now tuck the chin into the chest, broaden across the shoulder blades and round it through. Breathing in to open. Breathing out to round through. Inhale to back bend. Exhale, round it through. Finishing up the last round here at your own pace. We'll take the left fingertips out to the side, just reaching through the fingertips before dropping them down and taking the left ear to left shoulder, stretching through the right side of the neck. We'll lift the head back up, continue into the direction of your right fingertips as we reach the left fingertips up and overhead. And this time we're going for a side body stretch on the left side. Couple breaths here, taking our time to warm up the spine. Exhale back to center, and on your way to center, we'll take the right fingertips to the left knee. Turn and twist, looking over the left shoulder. Exhale, release back to center. Switch the cross of the legs and we'll go right into the second side. So take your left fingertips out this time, stretch and reach the fingertips as you take them down to the mat and drop the right ear over to right shoulder. Find a little bit of movement here. We'll release the neck. Walk the left fingertips further out to the side. You take the right arm up and overhead to your side. Body stretch into the lateral muscles. Really reaching with that arm overhead. Exhale all the way back to center and take this over to a twist. Left hand to the top of the right knee, looking over the right shoulder. Last round of breath. Inside, out, back to center. This time we'll reach both arms up overhead, clasp the fingertips together, flip the palms up, big full body stretch. Breathe in, breathe out to release, and we'll turn over onto all fours position, starting off the tabletop. Tuck the toes underneath. Really press the palms down into the mat, gripping through the fingertips. Activate through the core first. Pick the knees up. We're in a hovering table. Just a little bit of core activation to warm up through the body. So wake up into the feet, into the toes. Another breath here. And exhale, plant the knees, toes together, knees apart. Set the hips back down onto your heels. Brief child's pose here. Breathing into the full body, feeling it expand against your thighs. On the end of your next exhale, we'll come back through our tabletop position. Take the knees in a bit, shift forward into this half plank. After plank, so slight engagement into the core. And lower chin, chest down to the mat. Breathing in, find a baby cobra. So slight lift here. Looking up. And exhale to release, tuck the toes back underneath. Move through that tabletop up into your downward facing dog. First downward dog of the day here. So paddle out through the feet. Wake up through the backs of the legs. Trying to get the heels to drop closer to the mat. Pushing out of the shoulders here. We'll walk the palms to meet the feet at the back of our space. Come into a forward fold. Hands either on the mat or clasping opposite elbows. Really decompressing through the spine, bending from the hips, not the lower back. You can keep a baby bend into your knees. Inhale, find a halfway lift, looking to the horizon. Exhale to release, walk the palms out forward into your plank pose. Breathe into plank, exhale all the way down, or maybe this time we go halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog with the knees lifted off the ground. If you're not quite ready, you can always take cobra here. Looking up, breathing in. Breathing out, roll it over the feet. Come back, downward facing dog. Breath here, stabilize. Go through that warm up again. Walk the palms back to the feet, taking your forward fold. Breathe in, looking halfway. Exhale to fold. Again, this time we'll reach all the way up to standing at the back of our space. Breathing in, reaching up, baby back bend. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the palms, walk forward into plank pose. Inhale, hold your plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take this one more time. Walk the palms back, meet them and meet your feet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, roll it all the way up to standing. Big reach here, small back bend. And exhale, reverse swan dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, make your way into a plank position. Inhale on your plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Reach the left toes up, three-legged dog. Bend through the knee and open up through that hip. And when you're ready, make your way into vinyasa. Stepping the right foot in between the palms, dropping the back knee down. Tuck the pelvis in, lifting up from the hips. You want some core engagement here. Reach the arms up overhead and then shift your hips forward. Hands can come together. You can look up for a back bend here. Breathing in, breathing out. Take the hips back, straighten through the right leg. Arms hover off the ground if you can. We're taking a balancing variation of our half splits here. So we'll breathe in to come through our low lunge and breathe out, send the hips back. 2 more times, breathing in to look up, breathing out, shift it back. Breathing in, last time, breathing out. Breathing in this time, take it back through your low lunge. Take the right arm back to meet the left thigh. Sweep the left fingertips up and overhead. A twisted variation, getting deeper into those hips. And then plant the left hand down, right arm reaches up. It's a low variation of an easy twist. As both palms come down to the mat, we're going to turn and pivot onto the side, skandasana. So turning to the inside of our right thigh here, left foot is pointed. We're looking towards the left side of the mat. From here, looking to our back of our space, using that lower body engagement to push yourself all the way up to a warrior two. Gonna dip the left fingertips forward, take it all the way up and back, reverse your warrior. Breathing in, straighten through that front leg, revolved triangle, and finally coming forward into your full triangle pose, Trikonasana. Legs are straight. Your left fingertips can hover off of the mat, or they can be grabbing onto the shin bone for some extra support. Spiraling your heart forward into a low lunge towards the back of your space. So we're facing the left knee now. And we'll take it open to an easy twist. Left hand down, right fingertips reach up. And from here, we'll take a big step back with the left foot behind us into a wild thing. Pointing through the right foot, squeezing into the hips to push the hips upward, reaching back with your left fingertips. Coming forward, dropping the hips down. Keeping your legs as they are. We're going a bit off the mat here. Come into a baby wild thing this time. So you are reaching back with the right fingertips this time. So sending the hips forward. Left fingertips are gripping into the ground beneath you. Coming back through the center, plant the right hand back down this time. Pick it back up into your wild thing. One more time. And then turn towards the mat. Both hands plant down. Hug the left knee into the nose. Breathing out, find your three-legged dog. You can bend through the knee and open this hip up. And plant it back down to your downward facing dog. We're going to take our vinyasa, rolling through forward into plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Yes, we are still facing the back of our mat. Do not worry, trust the process. I'll get you back where you need to be. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moment here to stabilize. You can always drop down into a child's pose if you need a bit more of a break. Be ready. We will reach the left leg up this time. Bend through that knee and open up the hip. Be ready, coming forward and through to that low lunge. Plant the knee down, tuck through the pelvis, coming back up. We'll flow through our half splits. Exhale, push through the left leg and send the hips back, balancing the fingertips above the floor if you can. You can always grab onto the floor if you need the support. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale up. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, back up. Last time to our half splits. Lost my balance a little bit. This time as we come all the way back up, we'll hang out here in this low lunge for a bit, really getting into the hip flexors. We can take the left hand back to meet the right thigh. Send it back as you look behind you to the front of your space. Planting the right palm down next to the left foot, will open up into a lower easy twist. And then pivoting to the inside of this left thigh, turning out, turning back to the left side of the mat. This time right toes point upward. Hang out here in the Skandasana shape for a second. And using that power through our legs, come all the way up into a warrior two. We'll dip the fingertips forward and then send it up and back. Reverse warrior. Straighten through that front leg, revolved triangle. And finally coming forward into our Trikonasana. Making sure both hip points are facing outward. We're not turning in on the body here. Taking this all the way forward and through a low lunge position. We'll turn out into an easy twist. See, we've already made it back to the front. Left hand is planted, right fingertips reach up. Make sure you have the space behind you to work with. We're coming back into that wild thing, stepping the top leg behind us, pushing up through the hips and reaching back behind you, looking to where you're reaching. Breathing in, breathing out. Plant the hips down, keep the legs as they are, opening out to the side into a baby wild thing. Going in the opposite direction now. And then plant the hips back down. Remember to keep them as they are as we lift all the way back up into wild thing. And we'll turn to face our mat. Both hands plant down in a plank position. Hug the right knee into the chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Find your three-legged dog. Bend through the knee, open up the hip. And plant it back down. In our downward dog, we'll roll forward to plank. Take your flow. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll roll forward and through our plank. From our plank pose, we'll drop down our right forearm, left forearm, then right palm, left palm, that's right. Left forearm, right forearm, left palm, right palm. I know it sucks, but a couple more. Right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, last one, left forearm, right forearm, left palm, right palm, and downward facing dog. Big breath in, let the energy settle, keeping some movement in your legs. And we can roll forward back to our plank pose, knees, chest, chin down this time. Breathing in, find your cobra pose. Breathing out, hands in front of you, stacking the palms on top of each other. We're going to take like a reverse butterfly. This might not feel good on your hips or your knees, and if that is the case, flip over onto your back and take a regular Supta Baddha Konasana, a reclined butterfly. Otherwise, we're going to take the knees out to the edges of the mat. You want to create that same diamond shape that you often do in a butterfly. Instead, we're on our stomach. So with the thighs out, with the knees out wide, we're going to turn the heels in towards each other, bring the soles of the feet together. And you're just going to allow the weight of your feet to drop closer to the ground. You can kind of stay up on your forearms if that's comfortable, or you can lie all the way down. So please adjust yourself as you may be. This posture can be very intense for some, it can be pretty gentle, just depends on how you are shaped. We're stretching the hips in a bit of a different direction, targeting them in a new way. As well as getting into the lower back. Allowing your breath to return to a more normal rhythm, your heart rate to slow down. You can release your legs, just straighten them out. Kind of bring your legs in a little bit closer to each other. Then through both knees, reaching back with both hands. First start by pulling the heels into the glutes. We can just start this by a simple, gentle thigh stretch. If you would like to take your bow pose, you can grab onto either the outer edges of your feet or grab onto your ankles. Point or flex through your feet, whatever is comfortable for you. And you want to think about lifting up and then out. We're using the tension of opposites here, so allowing our legs kicking outward to pull our chest open. You want to find your steady breath here. Really squeeze through the glutes to kick the legs up further. Breathing in. Breathing out, gently release, slowly, resisting the slingshot effect. Bring the heels into the glutes first before releasing them down. And then we can turn to flip over on our backs. Stellar transition, I know. We can hug the knees into the chest, just squeezing them in. Option to lift head, neck, and shoulders up in asana here. A little ball. Release that head, neck, and shoulders back down. We'll take the knees out to the shoulders, out wide. You can take a happy baby here. Straightening one leg and then the other. Just getting into the hips. Few moments here. Allow yourself this quiet time to just tune into your breath, just be and stretch, not having anything to prove. When you're ready in your own time, you can meet me in Shavasana, stretching the legs out long and taking up space with your arms. If it is more comfortable for you to finish this class in an easy seated position, I invite you to go there now. But I encourage everyone who practiced with me, take a few moments at the end in conscious rest. These moments are the most important at the end of any type of hard work, this moment of reflection. It can be very difficult to tell how far you've come if you never pause to take a look back. So embody that and capture that moment. And on your own time, you can wiggle out toes and fingers, roll out the wrists and ankles, and stretch the arms up overhead, taking a big full body stretch. Turning over to one side, meeting our friends up in an easy seated position to close out our practice together. So together we'll take a big breath in through the nose, sigh out the mouth. Again, in through the nose, and out the mouth. This time we'll reach the arms up overhead on the inhale. Hands come together in prayer. As we sigh out the mouth, drag your palms down to heart center. Bowing forward, love enlighten me. Season honors, love enlighten you. To that we say, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me once again for this practice. I sure hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more. And until then, thank you so much.